Hi, my name is Lance, and today I'm going to show you some of the mobility exercises by request that I do in order to prepare myself for squats. Now, the first exercise I'm going to show you is the one I'm in here. This is called a third world squat commonly. I've heard it called other things, but basically you just want to squat down, right? Get yourself into a squat position and just kind of hold it for as long as you can. You can do this virtually anywhere with basically no equipment. In fact, I'll show you some examples of me using it in my daily life, and yes, I actually use it in this way. The second exercise that I like to do is I like to take my hands from here and just kind of grab my ankles and sit back down. And this might even be enough for you if you are a man and you have really tight hips. But you want to go ahead and drive your elbows into your knees. And when you do this, you're really going to feel the stretch across your hips. And you'll notice, well, you should notice that after you do those two stretches alone, your squat should feel much, much more comfortable than it did before. So the next mobility exercise that I'm going to show you is a basic back hyperextension. Now, there are many ways to do this, including the infamous upward dog if you're familiar with yoga. I'm going to show you how I do it. Basically, I take a bench and a pillow and just kind of lay back on it. Like so. And this is really good for your posture. In fact, while you're at it, it's a good idea that if you work at a desk job somewhere where you're always like in a very kyphonic posture where your spine is kind of rounded, you're going to want to do these periodically just to kind of help straighten out your back. Because posture is very important, not only in weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting, but also in life, I believe. So the last set of stretches that I'm going to show you are specific to front squats, specifically the front rack position, because that's the most difficult thing for a lot of people when they're first starting out front squatting. So I just want to say up front that it took me a long time to get my front rack position down. But I'm going to show you the stretches that I used to finally achieve it. Now, the first thing I did was I went ahead and put one arm underneath the bar individually, so that you want to make sure that your arm is kind of parallel with the floor, like so. And when you do this, you also want to drive the opposite shoulder, so in this case this would be my left shoulder, to the bar. And when you do this, you're really going to feel the stretch around your right shoulder blade. Right? And then go ahead and repeat that on the left side. And I would do these typically in bouts of 30 seconds, right? So maybe like 30 seconds right, 30 seconds left, and another 30 seconds right, and another 30 seconds left. Do that for about 3 sets, and you'll find that your front rack position should feel a lot more comfortable. Now, I want to say up front that it's not going to come overnight. The front rack position is kind of difficult, especially if you're really, really immobile across your wrists and your elbows. But just keep doing those 2 drills that I showed you. Well, I guess that 1 drill. I don't want to say 2. So just the right arm, left arm. And, one day when you feel confident, go for the full front rack.